Trump presidency has been characterized by strong opposition to multilateralism and rather strained relations between the United States and its allies within NATO in Europe. There are doubts about the commitment of the United States for extended deterrence for the European allies. With Biden, we will have a new approach. Biden will very much try to restart multilateral cooperation and negotiations. He will make it definitely clear already from the very start that NATO is still at the heart of US foreign and security policy, that the United States remains committed to preserve the security of its European allies. Biden will definitely return to the Paris Climate Agreement, which will take away one of the sources of tensions and frictions between Europe and the United States. And what I do not think will happen during a Biden presidency, however, is a restart of talks about or negotiations about a trade agreement, a trade and investment agreement between the United States and Europe. I think if Joe Biden wins the presidency, relations between the two sides, the European Union and the United States, will improve. The Trump presidency had a very negative stance towards the European Union. Trump supported the Brexit, the decision by the United Kingdom to leave the European Union. He even encouraged other EU member states to do the same, to cancel their membership in the European Union. And I think that Joseph Biden will, like with NATO, stress the interest of the United States in continuous and further European integration. So relations between the two will definitely improve, which will also be the case in the cooperation on cutting CO2 emissions. As I've said, Joseph Biden will return to the Paris Climate Agreement. So one bone of contention between the European Union and the United States will be changed if Biden takes over the presidency. And to add some more, as far as the EU members in NATO are concerned, despite a recommitment of the United States to NATO and Article 5 of the Washington Treaty, the founding treaty of NATO, Biden will continue with Trump's pressure on European allies to increase their defense spending in the next years up to 2% of GDP by 2024. Well, the two objectives of the US policy vis-à-vis the European gas market are weaken Russia by cutting its market share in the European Union and to bring more US LNG, fracking LNG, to European Union customers. These two objectives will stay the same with the Biden presidency, and so he will stick with the Nord Stream 2 sanctions that have already been imposed. He will be nicer towards the German government, who has a vital interest in completing this pipeline. The tone will be nicer, but in substance we will see the same policy, maybe even more sanctions, as the general sentiment in the Democratic Party is even more anti-Russian than within the Republicans.